The ancient Greeks, those master storytellers, wove intricate tales of gods and monsters, heroes and mortals. Their myths and philosophies throb with a vibrant exploration of life, death, and the tantalizing possibility of immortality. But to think of immortality only as an endless existence on some ethereal plane is to miss the symphony of ideas that echoed through the halls of ancient Greek thought. Immortality, for these inquisitive minds, was a concept painted on a vast canvas with hues as varied as the wildflowers carpeting a sun-drenched hillside. It wasn't a one-size-fits-all concept, but a multifaceted gem, reflecting a spectrum of interpretations. For some, like the followers of the legendary Orpheus, immortality lay in the promise of a blissful afterlife, a reward for a life well lived. This afterlife was often depicted as a realm of Elysium, where heroes and virtuous souls basked in eternal spring. Others, like the philosopher Pythagoras, believed in the transmigration of souls, a cyclical journey where the essence of a being is reborn into new forms, ensuring a different kind of continuity. This concept resonated with the cyclical rhythms of nature that the Greeks observed all around them. But immortality wasn't always confined to the realm of the spiritual. For the poets like Homer, it was achieved through the immortalizing power of words. The deeds of heroes, etched into the collective memory through epic poems and songs, transcended the limitations of mortal flesh and echoed through generations. Achilles, Hector, Odysseus, their names still resonate with us today. Their stories are testament to the enduring power of human achievement. In his illuminating work, The Ancient Greeks on Death and Immortality, A Long embarks on a thought-provoking journey through the labyrinthine corridors of ancient Greek thought. He invites us to reconsider traditional interpretations of key figures like Plato, Aristotle, and Epicurus, challenging us to delve deeper into their complex philosophies. Long's approach is refreshingly unconventional. Rather than starting with the allure of immortality, he begins with the stark reality of death. He argues that this approach is more faithful to the ancient Greek worldview, where death was not merely an end, but an integral part of the cyclical nature of existence. This inversion of the usual order death before immortality is not merely a stylistic choice. It serves as a deliberate strategy, compelling us to confront the inevitability of our own mortality before grappling with the more abstract and often elusive concept of immortality. This approach mirrors the journey of many ancient Greek heroes who faced death head-on in their quest for glory and a place among the legends. By confronting death first, we are better equipped to appreciate the multifaceted ways in which the ancient Greeks grappled with the idea of an afterlife, the survival of the soul, and the possibility of leaving an enduring legacy on the world. It's like understanding the silence before the music, the darkness that makes the stars shine even brighter. Long's approach compels us to shed our preconceived notions and engage with these ancient thinkers on their own terms. It's a journey that promises to enrich our understanding not only of ancient Greek philosophy, but also of our own place in the grand tapestry of existence. The concept of immortality in ancient Greece wasn't confined to a singular monolithic belief. It was a vibrant tapestry woven from diverse threads, each representing a different facet of this enduring human fascination with transcendence. While the Elysian fields and the underworld, ruled by the enigmatic Hades, loomed large in the Greek imagination, they represented just one dimension of a much broader spectrum. For the Stoics, like the noble emperor Marcus Aurelius, immortality was found in living a virtuous life, in harmony with the rational order of the cosmos. Their legacy wasn't measured in heavenly rewards, but in the enduring impact of their actions on the world. Then there were those who found a form of immortality in the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. Socrates, condemned to death for his relentless questioning, believed that the true self, the soul, was immortal, and that death was but a transition to a higher realm of pure thought. The Epicureans, often misunderstood as hedonists, focused solely on earthly pleasures, also grappled with the concept of immortality, albeit in a different light. They believed that death marked the end of both pleasure and pain, liberating the individual from the cycle of suffering. While not an afterlife in the traditional sense, it represented a release from the anxieties of existence. As we delve deeper into the rich tapestry of ancient Greek thought, we discover that immortality wasn't simply about evading death. It was about finding meaning and purpose in a world that often seemed chaotic and unpredictable. Section 4. Challenging the Titans, Long's fresh perspective on philosophical giants. Long's work stands out for its willingness to challenge established interpretations of philosophical giants like Plato, Aristotle, and the Stoics. He doesn't shy away from the complexities and contradictions within their works, inviting us to engage with these thinkers on a deeper, more nuanced level. Long challenges the traditional view of Plato as a staunch advocate for the immortality of the soul as a separate, immaterial entity. He highlights passages in Plato's dialogues, particularly the Phaedo, where Socrates, Plato's teacher and mouthpiece, expresses uncertainty and even doubt about the soul's fate after death. In the case of Aristotle, often portrayed as a more empirically minded philosopher focused on the material world, Long uncovers subtle hints of an openness to the possibility of some form of survival after death. While Aristotle doesn't offer a definitive answer, Long suggests that his views on the soul and its connection to the cosmos leave room for interpretations that go beyond a purely materialist perspective. The Stoics, known for their emphasis on virtue and living in accordance with nature, are often associated with a kind of pantheistic worldview, where the individual is absorbed into the divine logos upon death. However, Long points to Stoic writings that suggest a more complex understanding of what happens after death, including the possibility of a temporary survival of the individual's soul or consciousness. By delving into the nuances and ambiguities within these philosophical texts, Long encourages us to avoid simplistic labels and appreciate the richness and complexity of ancient Greek thought. He shows us that these thinkers were not static monuments to be admired from afar, but dynamic minds grappling with some of life's most profound questions. Section 5. Echoes of Eternity, Unconventional Immortality in Classic Texts. While the promise of Elysium and the fear of Hades' underworld loomed large in the Greek imagination, classical texts reveal a fascinating array of less conventional forms of immortality. These alternative perspectives offer a glimpse into the diverse ways in which the Greeks grappled with the idea of transcending the limitations of mortal existence. In Homer's epic poems, for example, immortality is often achieved through the enduring power of kleos, or glory. Heroes like Achilles and Hector, though fated to die, achieve a form of immortality by having their deeds immortalized in song and story. Their names echo through generations, their courage and prowess inspiring awe and admiration long after their physical bodies have turned to dust. Hesiod in his Works and Days suggests a different kind of immortality, one attained through the creation of children. By passing on one's lineage and values to future generations, individuals could, in a sense, live on through their descendants. This notion of biological and cultural continuity resonated deeply in a society that placed great importance on family and heritage. Even in Plato's dialogues, where the focus often lies on the immortality of the soul, we find hints of alternative forms of transcendence. In the Symposium, Socrates speaks of a kind of immortality achieved through the creation of beauty, whether in art, philosophy, or noble deeds. These acts of creation, he suggests, can inspire and uplift future generations, ensuring that the Creator's spirit lives on in some form. These examples highlight the multifaceted nature of the Greek conception of immortality. It wasn't simply about escaping death, but about finding ways to make one's life meaningful, to leave a lasting mark on the world, and to connect with something larger than oneself.